It's not a phase, Dad. This is who I really am. Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Nika. Welcome back to my channel and happy Camel Day. You guys must really hate me. Well, just wait, you're gonna hate me so much more in a second. So in the past 24 hours-ish, a video of our president, Donald Trump, and his wife, Melania, has gone extremely viral. Here's a clip of that. And a lot of people have their theories about this moment. This is mine. Just watch, just listen, and try not to hate me.
Yeah. I hate it when a guy doesn't understand why a certain time of month I don't want to hold his hand.
I mean, it's possible, right? Like, I wouldn't normally ever joke about something like that on my channel, but I couldn't resist it. It was too funny. It has been a hot minute since I've given you guys an official story time, and I felt like it was time to tell you guys another one. I don't know what this is. Now, before I get into this story time, I need to put out a little bit of a disclaimer. I don't think my dad has heard this story. He might remember events because of it, maybe not, but I don't think I've ever actually told him the story myself. And so, if that's the case, Daddykins, I'm really sorry. I love you. So this is the story of how I may have gotten my dad in trouble in Sunday school. If you've watched my videos before, you know that my husband and I are both Christians. He is a worship pastor, but you may not know that I was raised that way and followed it most of my life. So when I was little, like, my mom was super adamant about teaching me the Bible, teaching me Bible verses, teaching me how to pray, teaching me what being saved meant. Like, I was super young when I first got saved or thought I was saved, super young. And honestly, I'm really grateful for those memories. Like, in all seriousness, as a little kid in the situation I was in, I really needed that, and it was really good. So thanks, Mom. But because of that, because all of this was super important to her, she had one really strict rule, and that was we couldn't really watch anything with witches, ghosts, demons, witchcraft, anything like that. She was a little skeptical and scared of. Aside from The Wizard of Oz, that was okay. And so basically, like, for example, there was, I forget what it was called, but there was like a Scooby-Doo movie where like Scooby-Doo has to like fight some crazy dead witch thing, and there's like a sorcerer guy, and he's got like a ponytail, and he's all like, Espresso Patrona! I was never allowed to watch Harry Potter, guys, forgive me. And this like dead witch came and like tried to get everybody. I was not allowed to watch that until I was a bit older, and same with a lot of kids at Sunday school. Like, I can remember that was like a big deal when that movie came out. But Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island was just fine.
You hear the screeching of an owl, you hear the wind begin to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl.
What? Well, anyway, so my mom was super strict about this rule, and my dad, I think, didn't feel the same way, but supported her in it. But that being said, he did not follow the rule himself. He was a grown man. Dad, you a grown man. And he watched whatever he wanted to. And one of the shows he liked to watch was Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt.
If you don't know what Tales from the Crypt was, it was kind of like a grown-up Goosebumps. It started with this creepy corpsey guy that would do like a bit at the beginning to get you ready for the story, and then there would be a story with actual actors, and they would get into all kinds of crazy scenarios, and some of them got pretty deep and scary. I remember this one where this guy like taxidermized all of his wife's pets because he was jealous of them, and I was like mortified. And like, they obviously, it wasn't real, like none of it was real, but I, like, as an adult seeing that, I was like, oh, what a horrible person. And I had to spend the rest of the day promising scraps I wouldn't let my husband do that. So thanks a lot, Crypt Keeper.
You're welcome.
So my dad would watch that show, and I think I happened upon him watching it one day, and he like didn't think about the fact that I was there, or maybe I like snuck in and watched it. Sometimes I would like position myself on the end of my mom's bed in her room at night when she was asleep, so I could see what my dad was watching. So it very well could have been that. I don't remember, but somehow I happened upon him watching the show, and I saw obviously the part with the creepy like guy, the crypt keeper. And so rather than just talking to my dad about it and having him be like, oh, you shouldn't be watching this, go to bed, you're too young for this, I went to my mom and I was like,
Mommy, Daddy was watching a show and it had a scary skeleton guy and he was like evil and bad, and what was that show? I don't know, I just saw Daddy watching it.
and so I think it kind of upset my mom that I happened upon this show. So she kind of reacted like, that show is bad and it's inappropriate and there's monsters and zombies and scary things, and I can't believe you would ever see that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Sorry for that, Mom. Well, anyway, so I kind of interpreted this a little bit weird. I like thought that those shows were bad in the sense that if you watched them, something bad would happen to you. I don't know, like I think maybe I thought like the guy would come out of the TV and hurt my dad or something like that. I was like 7 or 8 at this time, so keep that in mind. But I was convinced something bad would happen to my dad, that the show was evil, like maybe he would get possessed or maybe a demon would get him, I don't know. So I was like legitimately scared for my dad. So that week I go to Sunday school and we, do our Bible story, we do our little game, and then prayer request time comes and this happens. Okay, kids, does anybody have anything that they want to pray about? And so then the kids would raise their hands and pray about things that were important to them.
I want to pray that I'll get the Star Wars Lego set and Beyblades and a Nerf gun for my birthday tomorrow, cause like I really need them, so I want to pray for that.
Okay, Tommy, Jesus isn't Santa Claus. So how about we just pray that you have a good birthday and you enjoy it tomorrow and that you're thankful for everything you might get.
Okay, that's fine, I guess.
Does anybody else have a prayer request? Oh, Tina.
I want to pray that all of the bunnies get food because sometimes bunnies get hungry and there's no carrots and I get really sad. I want the bunnies to be happy. So for bunnies.
Okay, we can pray for the bunnies to get food. All right. Nika, how about you?
Well, my daddy has been watching a show and my mom says that it's really bad and inappropriate, and I just pray that he'll stop watching it so nothing bad will happen.
Okay. We'll pray for Nika's daddy. Nika, why don't you come talk to me after Sunday school for a minute, okay? So basically after that, I feel like that teacher asked me like every Sunday, did your dad come to church this Sunday? And I'd be like, yeah. And she'd be like, good for him. Oh man, I was just a little kid. I didn't realize what that probably sounded like. So basically I made this poor Sunday school teacher think my dad was terrible. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, preschool teacher, Sunday school teacher, whoever you were. Dad, I am so sorry about that. I'm sorry. Basically, my mom got a lot more lenient on what I could watch as I got older. I actually really love horror films. I know, like, what? But I always have, and my first one ever that I was allowed to watch was called Land of the Dead, and it's still probably one of my favorites just because it was like one of my first. But I watched that with my dad, and like we both kind of just don't care. My dad has always had this motto.
Movies, TV, it's just entertainment. If it don't entertain ya, don't watch it.
And that's always been something, for the most part, I have stuck by. There are exceptions. I think there are movies that go too far. I love how I just have glue on my nose, or under my mouth now. Look at that. But basically, that's something that I've always really gone by since my dad told me that. I think there are things that are exceptions, obviously, that are like really bad. You shouldn't be getting yourself involved in. But in the same breath, like, I just feel really bad for exposing my father for something he wasn't doing at Sunday school. But nothing crazy really happened. Most of the people were really nice at the church. I just kind of remember people like asking me like, did your dad come to church today? Oh good, oh good. And it was a little obnoxious and now I feel like it was my fault. Well, there you have it. That was the story of how I got my dad in trouble in Sunday school. Sorry about that, Dad. If you liked this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe. I'm still a small growing channel, but I've officially reached 46 subscribers, I think, or 45, and I'm really truly excited about it. It like suddenly just started growing and I want to continue to see it grow. I love this channel. I've been working really hard. You can follow me on Twitter at Nika Classy Bird, and you can follow my dog Scraps on Instagram at Scrapadapple for daily, sometimes weekly cute pictures because sometimes I get busy. And you can also check out our vlog channel, which should have something up within the next couple days. I kind of didn't do it last week, so we'll see. But you can check out everything from before then. My mom gets her foot run over by a truck, so go find that one. Love you, Mom. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. And do not forget to stay classy. Keep it classy, kids. All right, have a good day, you guys. Bye.